Hi, I'm Baylee Jones. I'm a senior at Western Brown High School, and I'm committed to Lipscomb University.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Baylee Jones, welcome to What's in Your Bag. Now, you and I have never met, but I've heard a lot about you, a lot of great things. So I'm very anxious to see what items you have in your bag, just to kind of learn more about your journey in life in basketball. And I got a chance to kind of review, all your statistics and learn some things about you. And wow, incredible journey.
Thank you.
You're a very accomplished player. So I want to jump into first your bag. Okay.
My bag.
Why'd you pick this bag?
If I'm being honest, I stole it from my dad a few years ago, and I've used it my whole high school career, so I just have stuck with it. The front pocket, I keep my shoes in, and then there's just plenty of room for everything else.
Why do you put the shoes in the front pocket?
So they don't stink up my uniforms.
So we got some smelly shoes and feet going on.
Sometimes when I'm working in them for hours at a time.
So that means you've been putting a lot of time, a lot of grind.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. Is that a Kyrie bag?
Yeah, Kyrie.
Okay. All right. We're going to talk about some players. Eventually, we'll talk about some players that influence you as a player. Let's jump into your first item.
Okay.
Okay. Now these are the smelly ones?
Little bit.
We got a social distance with the shoes.
They're fine.
Okay. All right. So we've got some Adidas going on here.
Yep.
Whose are these?
Donovan Mitchell Crayola series.
The Spider.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So why these? Why this colorway?
Well, for the colorway, my school color is gold and brown, so they match those, and then I always have to match everything I do. So
you're fancy, huh?
my college colors are purple and gold, so when I wear that gear, they also match that. They're super soft on the inside. They have good ankle support, and they're super light. So
nice. So your high school, Western Brown, is brown and gold.
Yeah.
Roger Bacon High School, where I went,
Really?
brown and gold. Very few people do I meet that their school colors are brown and gold.
Yeah.
So interesting colorway, right?
Yep.
Well, all right. What I love about the shoes, and when people bring in their shoes, I love to talk about, either big games or the time that they spend alone in the gym or with, their trainer and different people in their shoes. Any big games in these shoes?
Well, I just got these over the summer, so we've played 3 games this season so far, but they're clearly already worn down throughout summertime, but I haven't had really many big moments, I would say, in it yet. But
So you had these in the summer?
Yeah.
Did you play AU in these?
No, this summer I committed, so I was just training a lot and working on getting in shape and preparing for the next seasons. Because of coronavirus and everything, there was already so many canceled tournaments and...
Yeah, that was tough. So how did you deal? I've talked to other players about how they dealt with the whole COVID-19 situation. How did you deal with it?
Well, I was thankful that my neighbor has a really nice hoop, and so we also have a little gym in our garage with our squat racks, a bike machine. We have all the dumbbells. So because we used to own a gym, and all the stuff from that gym we just put in our garage. So I was able to get my workouts done, and then I would spend hours at my neighbor's house just shooting on their hoop. So
you weren't just sitting around on TikTok and Snapchat. You were putting some work in.
Yeah, for sure.
Now let's rewind a little bit. AAU. You played AAU basketball.
Yes.
Correct. Who'd you play for?
Charles Williams.
One of my old teammates from the University of Cincinnati. Charles is one of the best.
I agree.
He's one of the best guys. He's from South Central California. Los Angeles, and I know he's a tough-nosed guy.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm sure he helped in your process to get to where you are now.
Yeah, 100%. He's helped not even through basketball, but mostly like my mental state and everything. He's helped me grow my confidence so much. Like my very first practice with him, he's like, "Here, Miami's on the phone." So I was like, "What?" Like as a freshman coming in, I'm like I was like, this stuff's happening already. Like it made like the dream like look like I could reach it. So
sure.
He definitely helped my confidence a lot. He pushed us so hard. Like no one else has ever pushed me harder than he has in my life. Charles, you'll get in the very best shape ever. We go to UC Stadium stairs. That's his favorite workout.
Yep.
He always finds different stairs, tracks, sand pits. But yeah, he's definitely he has gotten in contact with tons of coaches for me.
He's a great guy. I'll tell you a story as you talk about conditioning with Charles. So when we played basketball together with the Bearcats, we would be at practice, okay? And whenever Coach Huggins, our head coach at the time, would stop practice to kind of talk about what we were doing, you know what Charles would do?
What?
He would drop down and do push-ups. Anytime there was a break in practice, he would do push-ups. It was like non-stop. He was in some of the best shape. So it doesn't surprise me when you tell me he's pushing you.
In games. So if we were really sucking during like a couple minutes of the game, he would call a timeout and make us do sprints.
Yeah.
Or be like 10 burpees.
Yep.
So he's like, get back out there and do it right.
And you know what? You need people like that.
Oh, yeah.
In your journey, because you know, whether it's Charles for you, I had a mentor named Jerome Gray. Those type of people can tell you the hard things. They're not going to be soft on you and tell you how great you are. Oh, you're doing great. They tell you the real deal.
Yeah.
And I know Charles did that. He had a nickname for you, Young Bull.
Yeah. He always called me his young bull.
How'd that come about?
So I have worked with him since like I went to a couple of his trainings when I was super little, and he's always called me like I was young compared to everybody else, so then it just carried on, I guess, and I was always like wanting to get there early, get on the gun. I stayed as long as I can just to get more shots up. So, and he always had different like plays and everything. I'm like, I gotta figure out what these are. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like that nickname though, Young Bull. Like you said, you were young, but the bull part is, you know, you were tough. You know, you're in there, and also what he told me about you was your willingness to want to be really, really good to great. And so, love hearing that journey. Can you shout out his AAU basketball program?
Yes, Midwest Takeover.
All right, good deal. Okay, so let's jump into your second item.
All right.
And I can start to smell these during our interview, so we'll keep them on that side there.
Oh my.
Excited to see what else you got here. Uh-oh.
My socks fall out of here. My jump rope.
Nice. The pink one, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us why this.
So my jump rope, actually, I've been through so many jump ropes since I was little. Everybody has always told me like, you're not going to be fast enough, you're not going to be athletic or quick enough to play at the next level. And I was like, I'm not letting anybody tell me I can't get to what I want. And that jump rope has helped me like get my feet faster. It's helped me it's helped with a lot. So
yeah, and footwork, the game of basketball, I always tell people this, I think footwork is probably the most important thing when it comes to basketball. If you think about defensively, you know, being able to move and cut off the offensive player. On offense, using your feet to get by players. You know, you watch players like, you know, James Harden and others who have superior footwork. So talk to us a little bit about your game. Like, what type of player are you on the court?
I would say I'm definitely a leader. Like, I always want to be in the position to help everybody else. So I think one of my biggest strengths is the ability to get in the lane and create shots for other people. And then defensively, I think that's what the jump ropes help me with. And Charles for sure is getting quick and guard the best defenders, is because in AAU, like, my recruitment process. I wouldn't say coaches were looking for who scored the most. Like, they wanted to see who could guard everybody, who could make all those little plays and activity plays. So.
Gosh, I wish more players would think like that. That's great. I love to hear that.
Thank you.
On the court, you talked a lot about, you know, defensively, offensively, getting your teammates involved. That's one way to lead, you know, getting your teammates involved. Are you a leader vocally? It sounds like you lead by example, getting there early, getting up shots, staying late, running the steps with Charles, but vocal leadership. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I think being vocal, I think a winning team is a loud team. I always tell my girls that in high school, like, if we're being too quiet, then like we're not going to talk to each other in the game. So it's definitely a big part of the game.
I love that. Say that again. A winning team is a
loud team.
I like that. I like that. In this jump rope, I'm a big jump rope guy. I do some boxing, so I love jump rope. I jump rope for sometimes 9 minutes straight. Can you go for 9 minutes straight?
I can go.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I probably can, but I have gotten it like to where I can turn that rope so quick you can't even see it moving.
Wow. You want to have a jump rope contest later?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
You know what? You'll win. All right. Item number 3.
All right.
Third and final.
My last item is a Bible.
Okay.
I would say this because God has helped me get to where I am today. He's kept me fighting through all the adversity. God has helped lead me in the path He wants me to take in life, and I think that He's leading me to Lipscomb, which is a Christian college, so
yeah.
I can go down the right path and continue to grow my faith while playing basketball, because there's more to life than just basketball. Absolutely.
You just mentioned Lipscomb, okay? And a lot of young people out there, as they go through the recruiting process, it's very, very tough on a lot of kids for a lot of different reasons. So some might have, you know, 5 or 6 schools they're trying to pick from, and it's a tough decision. For you, coming to the decision to commit to Lipscomb, what was that process like for you, and how did you come to that decision?
Well, it was definitely hard because the other colleges that I was like really interested in, like Cedarville, they were a really nice Christian college as well, and Christian Brothers, that was the other school.
In Memphis?
Yep. And then Lipscomb was just like Nashville. I'm like, I love Nashville. It's such a awesome city, and Lipscomb University is a beautiful campus, and I love like their program and what they stand for, and how every college team, when they're recruiting you, they're like, it's family, but like you could really see, and like through their faith you could tell that they were together. And
that's important, because what you just said is you talked about your faith, and then to go to a college to play basketball where your faith and the different things line up you know, perfectly. The head coach of Lipscomb, she's a young coach, and I believe one of the first female coach there when they went Division I. How was that interaction, dealing with her and her role in, you know, your decision to go to Lipscomb?
Well, I communicated mostly with her husband,
who is the assistant coach.
Yes, and I honestly haven't.
So when they preach family, that's true, because husband and wife.
Yeah, her Lauren's impression of me, Coach Lauren's impression of me, was she's just like a strong, hard-nosed woman, like that's gonna want you to get things done. But then outside of basketball, she seems like the best lady. She's so sweet. They really treat you like your family, and I'm not even there yet, and they're very welcoming.
Yeah, but whatever you are faced with in college, I'm sure your experience leading up to that has you prepared. If you could deal with Charles.
Exactly. That's always my motto.
Yeah, and we had the same experience, like playing for Coach Huggins. Like, if you can deal with Coach Huggins,
you can do anything.
You can deal. I think that's a great thing about, you know, athletics, is you learn those things. You can take those into life. So when you eventually go on and get a job, you can deal with anything at your job because of what you've experienced.
Yeah, a lot of people who have played with Charles always comes back and tells them, like, what you do is exactly what we are learning at college and exactly the principles they're putting in. So.
Yep. Also, you know, we've talked a lot about on the court, you know, your faith and all that. Community service, doing things off the court to help others. That's important to you.
Yes.
Can you talk about that?
Well, I am definitely involved with my church, so I do the community services like that as well. And I'm in student council at school, so we do community services like that. In Charles, with Midwest Takeover, that's where we've done most of the community service, where we've picked up around the parks, we've fed Thanksgiving dinner, like that's most of the stuff.
Yeah, and that's great. And that's great that you understand that now, and hopefully that continues.
Yeah.
You know, throughout your life, where you're giving back to help others. And part of your journey to get to Lipscomb, I want to take it back a little bit. Let's go back to middle school. It's my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong in my research here, did you not play middle school basketball?
No.
You did not play middle school basketball at all because?
I wasn't feeling it anymore. I was like, volleyball, because I played since I was 5, and I was like, maybe I want to try something else for a little bit.
Were you burnt out? Or you had a bad experience, or?
I wouldn't say necessarily a bad experience. It was a little burnout, but like what's funny is right when I got to high school, I wasn't even planning on playing in high school either. And then very last day of tryouts, my coach was like, just come see what you think. And then I went.
Of your freshman year?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I went and I was like, yep, I love this. I don't know why I wouldn't want to play. So ever since then. And then I think what helped me a lot was during the summer, I started playing with Charles for AU, and then it's like he put us against some of the best in the nation, and it's like, well, if I can hold my own here, then I can definitely, like I've always wanted to go play college basketball. I could definitely do that if I put my mind to it. So
your dream was to play Division I basketball.
Yep.
And it happened. That's amazing that you went from not playing in middle school, kind of disengaged with everything, but then found that love again. Mm-hmm. And I believe, you know, guys like Charles gave you that confidence.
For sure.
And confidence is a big part of young people in sports in general. So just to kind of bring everything back, and not knowing you, knowing a little bit about your story, and kind of hearing it in full, what I gather from this is you're a very well-rounded person.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And just from your items and just you talking, I always think that some of the best players on the court are ones that have it together off the court. And you seem to have so much stuff together.
I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Between your faith, your work ethic, your community service, all that stuff makes you a very well-rounded person. And I think that not only will you be successful at Lipscomb, more importantly, you'll be successful in life.
Thank you.
After that. You're very welcome. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. I want to thank you for coming on What's in Your Bag. Well, first of all, Baylee, thanks for coming on. And part of coming on, probably one of the favorite parts of everybody coming on, is I have a bunch of free food from our presenting sponsor, Penn Station. And I want to know from you, Baylee, when you go to Penn Station, what's in your bag there?
A Philly cheesesteak sub for sure, and then definitely some fries. Those are good.
Ooh, are they the bomb though?
Yeah, they're the bomb.
They're the bomb. They're the bomb. Well, here you go, free food for you.
Thank
and
you
said
so
your father would be happy about this too.
Yeah, he will be.
All right, good deal. Good deal. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.